Hi guys, Guy here. Welcome to a new episode. Today I will do a fire type Nuzlocke challenge. If you didn't see the last episodes, go check it out. This is going to be a special kind of monologue that I'll try to do. Each generation divided by episodes. So welcome to episode 5 of my fire type Nuzlocke. And today I will try to beat Pokemon Black using only fire type Pokemon. And since this game only has Gen 5 Pokemon, I can't rely on past generations that actually survived in the last episodes. So we only have these Pokemon to work with. The rules will be in the description, but in short, if a Pokemon faints, is dead and must be boxed or released. And I can only catch the first fire type, or that will become a fire type Pokemon in each route. Fire types are only strong against grass, ice, bug and steel types, and they are weak against water, ground and rock types. So let's see if I can beat a fire type Nuzlocke on Pokemon Black. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Eevee will appreciate. And now we can actually start. So we start in Ovema Town. Our starter will actually be Tepig, the fire type. We have a battle with Bianca and Cheren, which was very easy. Then I named my starter as Piggy. We also have an easy fight with Anne on Akumula Town. Then we have another easy fight with Bianca. Then I face some trainers to get to a level advantage to face Cheren, which he starts with his Oshawott, but still I use one Tail Whip to lower its defense, and then 2 tackles to take it down. And then his Purloin, I take it down with 2 tackles, winning the fight and getting some Oran Berries, which I will need. And now, it's time to face the gym leader. And since I choose Tepig, my opponent will be Cress. He starts with Lillipup and I start to use Defense Scroll to maximize my defense until plus 6. Then I use 2 Tail Whips and a few tackles to take Lillipup down. Although Lillipup managed to make me use my Oran Berry. Next is Pampor, so I start to use Tail Whip again 3 times, while Pampor starts to use Work Up. But fortunately I managed to lower its defense until minus 3, and then 2 tackles were enough to take it down, winning us the first badge. Not bad. Then we have another battle with Cheren, which we managed to win. And after we defeat some Team Plasma Grunts, Piggy evolves into Pignite. And this evolution comes in handy when we go to face Lenora, the normal type gym leader. She starts with Erdir, I go for Flame Charge to increase Piggy's speed, and Erdir uses a Leer. Then I use Arm Thrust to take down Erdir. Next and last is Watchdog. I go for another Arm Thrust, which hits 3 times, and Watchdog uses Leer as well. I use another Arm Thrust, which only hits 2 times this time, and Watchog goes for another Leer, so another Arm Thrust takes down Watchog, winning us an easy second batch. Thanks for that, Lenora. On Pinwheel Forest I get my next encounter, which is only found in the Shaking Grass, Pansear, and I name it Red Monkey. Then on Castelli City I get the Firestone to evolve Red Monkey later. I also go get the Eviolite, and then we face some Team Plasma Grunts, and then I go face Berg, the bug type gym leader. He starts with Whirlipede and I go with Red Monkey. 2 Flame Bursts takes down Whirlipede. Next is Dweeble, I go for Yawn first, we take a Smackdown. I go then for Bite, just for Dweeble go to sleep. Then I change for Piggy, then I use Arm Thrust, which hits 3 times. Dweeble still sleeps, so I go for another Arm Thrust, which only hits 2 times this time. Berg heals while I hit 2 times again with Arm Thrust. I go again for another Arm Thrust, which hits 5 times this time and leaves Dweeble on the red. Dweeble wakes up and uses Sand Attack. Berg heals and we miss our Arm Thrust. Great! So I change for Red Monkey again, which takes a Sand Attack. Then I go for another Yawn, while a Smackdown leaves us on 7 HP. Damn, that was close. Then I change for Piggy, which takes another Smackdown, but then Dweeble falls asleep, and then I go again for Arm Thrust, which hits 4 times and makes half damage. Another Arm Thrust that hits 4 times takes Dweeble down. Last is Leveni, which goes for Razor Leaf, which crits, and then I go for Flame Charge to leave Leveni on the red and also increase our speed. On the next turn, Leveni protects, but then I'm faster thanks to Flame Charge, and like that we take down Leveni, winning us the 3rd batch. I mean, it's not like this gym was going to be a problem, although we still have some close calls. Next we have the fight against Bianca. but she was actually easy, although we have a close call against our Pampor as well. Charon, on the other hand, was also easy. I took down all of his Pokémon with rollout, so no problem. Here on Desert Resort, I got my next encounter, a Darumaka, which I named Zen. And I also got the Firestone, because I may need it later, way much later. We have a fight with Anne in Nabasta City. It starts with Sandile and I go with Red Monkey. I use Flame Burst for half damage, Sandile only uses Embargo, so another one takes it down. Next is Darumaka, here I change for Piggy, which avoids a Facade, then I use Flame Charge, not to make damage, but to increase Piggy's speed. And we dodge another Facade. Then I start to use Rollout to take it down. Next is Sigilyph, which goes down with Rollout right away. And next, Scraggy survives the fourth, but he goes down on the next turn, winning the fight. And now it's time to face Elisa, the Electric type gym leader. She starts with Emolga and I go with Zen. It uses Volt Switch to change for the second Emolga, while our Fire Punch leaves Emolga on the red. Elisa heals and our Fire Punch leaves it on the red again. Elisa heals again, but then our next Fire Punch crits and takes Emolga down. But we get paralyzed by static. Next is the first Emolga. Emolga uses Volt Switch, and when Zebstrika comes out, we hit a Facade, leaving it on the red. Zebstrika goes for Volt Switch as well, leaving Zen on 13 HP, and we get fully paralyzed. So I change for Piggy, which takes a Volt Switch back to Zebstrika. Then we take another Volt Switch for Emolga, and we hit the Rollout, making a quarter. We take a Pursuit next, fortunately, and then our Rollout takes down Emolga. When Zebstrika comes back, we take a Spark, before Zebstrika goes down with Rollout, winning us the fourth badge. Then we fight with Charon. He starts with Liepard and I go with Piggy. I start with the Rollouts because I know Dewott will come next, so 3 Rollouts are enough to take down Liepard. And when Dewott comes out, he goes down right away with the 4th Rollout. Tranquil comes next, and he uses Detect to interrupt my Rollout. So now I have to rely on Arm Thrust, which only hits 2 times. We take 2 Air Cutters, then an Arm Thrust that hits 5 times, takes down Tranquil. Last is Panseer, which goes down with 2 Rollouts, winning the fight. Nice! We get to Driftbell City, and in here, I decide to use the Firestone to evolve Red Monkey into Simisear. And then I go face Clay, the Ground-type gym leader, our worst fear. He starts with Krokorok, and I go with Red Monkey. I go for a Yawn first while we take a Bulldoze, then I change for Piggy, which takes a Swagger, and then Krokorok falls asleep. I decide to risk it since it's sleeping, and I go for Flame Charge to increase my speed and leaving Krokorok on the red. Clay heals, but on the next turn our Flame Charge takes down Krokorok with a crit. Nice! Next is Palpitoad. I go for Arm Thrust, which hits 3 times and leaves Palpitoad on the red. We then take a Muddy Water, which makes precisely half damage. Clay heals, but then our Arm Thrust hits another 3 times, leaving Palpitoad on the red. So on the next turn I take it down with another Arm Thrust. Last is Excadrill. Since we still have the attack boost from Krokorok, I decide to try to go with Flame Charge, which is actually enough to take down Excadrill in one shot, winning me the 5th badge. Wow! I'm glad this is over. We have next a very easy fight with Bianca, and then we arrive to Mistralton City, and then we go to the Celestial Tower, where we can get our next encounter, a Litwick, which I named Wisp. And I also managed to evolve Zen into Darmanitan. Now it's time to face Skyla, the Flying type gym leader. She starts with Swoobat and I go with Red Monkey. Swoobat just goes for Amnesia while I use Yawn, then I go for Piggy, which takes an Acrobatics, which fortunately doesn't crit, and then Swoobat goes to sleep. Here I use Flame Charge twice to increase my speed, then Skyla heals, which is good because that way I can start charging the Rollout. After Skyla heals twice, our Rollout is ready to take down Swoobat, Unpheasant and Swanna in one shot, winning the 6th badge, and making Piggy evolve into Emborg. Nice! On Twisted Mountain we have another fight with Charon. He starts with Unpheasant and I go with Red Monkey. I was going for Yawn, but Unpheasant uses Detect right on the start. But on the second turn we connect with Yon and receive an air slash in return. Then I change for Piggy, which receives a taunt, but then Unpheasant falls asleep, and with that I can use Rollout to take it down. And also take it down Dewalt that comes next, right away. So the threats are taken care of. After that I just take care of Leopard with Arm Thirst and Flame Charge. And then Simseer with Rollout to win the fight. Then Alder appears, and he gives us the Surf HM. And with that I can go to Route 17 to receive an egg, which will hatch into a Larvesta. But for now, we will have to keep it on our party. After that, we arrive to Isurus City to face Bryson, the Ice-type gym leader. But I don't need to say that Piggy took care of him very easy with a combination of Flame Charge and Rollout, winning us an easy 7th badge. After I deal with a little bit of Team Plasma storyline, where Wisp evolved into Lampent, I got the last fight with Bianca. She starts with Stoutland and I go with Wisp. Stoutland goes for Workup while I use Inferno, making a burn. Then here I change for Red Monkey, which takes a crunch. Then I take down Stoutland with a Flame Burst. Next is Simipour, which I use Yawn, while we take a Scald on 3 HP before our Oran Berry. Then I change for Wisp, which takes a Scald for more than half. Then Simipour falls asleep, and in here I can take down Simipour with 2 Shadow Balls. Next is Musharna, which only goes for Lucky Chant, so 2 more Shadow Balls takes it down. Last is Serperior, so here I change for Zen, which takes a Leaf Blade, then a Flare Blitz takes down Serperior, winning the fight. Then we arrive to Oplusis City, which is always amazing to see the differences between the two games, and in here my egg finally hatched into a Larvesta, which I named Sunfly. And then we go face Drayden, the Dragon-type gym leader. He starts with Fraxure, and I go with Sunfly. Fraxure goes for Dragon Dance while I use Toxic to poison it. Fraxure goes for another Dragon Dance while I use Bug Bite that makes half thanks to poison. Fraxure, with its Greedy, goes yet for another Dragon Dance, so another combination with Bug Bite and poison takes it down. Next is Draudigon, so I change for Piggy, which takes a Night Slash. Then I go for Flame Charge to increase our speed, but Draudigon uses Revenge, which makes a lot of damage. So now I have to change for Red Monkey, which takes a Chip Way and a Revenge. Then I use Yawn, then I change for Sunfly, which I use some Bug Bites until the red, while Draudigon sleeps. Then Drayden heals while I use 2 more, but Sunfly is low on health now, so I change for Wisp, which takes a Dragon Tail to put it back in its ball and then bring Red Monkey. But I really need Wisp out there, so I bring it back for free while Draudigon goes for Chip Away, which Wisp is immune. Then one Shadow Ball takes down Draudigon. Last is Axorus, I go for Will-O-Wisp, and while Axorus uses 2 Dragon Dances, I use 2 Shadow Balls to take it down, winning finally the last batch. Then we have our last fight against Charon. He starts with Unpheasant and I go with Red Monkey. I use Yawn to put it to sleep, then I change for Piggy and I start to use Rollout, which can take it out, as well Samurott, Leopard and Simiseer all at once, winning the fight. Now it's time to face the Pokemon League, but first, here in the Victory Road we can get our last encounter before the Elite Four, a Hitmon, which I catch and I name Ant-Hitter. I also decided that it was time to use the Dusk Stone to evolve Wisp into Chandelure. And now it's time to face the Elite Four. And since we can face in each order we want, I decided to go first with Caitlyn, the Psychic type specialist. And with Wisp, I take down all of her Pokemon using Shadow Ball. Although we had some close calls with Wisp surviving on 6 HP, damn. Next I go face Shanto, the Ghost type specialist. And again, Wisp goes wonderful, taking down all of her Pokemon to win the fight. Next is Grimslay, the Dark type specialist. This time I go with Red Monkey against his Scrafty, I go for Yawn while we take a Crunch, then I change for Piggy, which takes a Sand Attack, Scrafty falls asleep, I use 2 Flame Charges to increase our speed, we miss then our Arm Thirst because of that Sand Attack. Then we take a Brick Break when Scrafty wakes up, then on the next turn we hit our Arm Thirst to take it down. Next is Crocodile, I go for Arm Thirst, which only hits 2 times, Then we take an Earthquake on 37 HP. It's risky, but I need to land another Arm Thrust before letting Piggy go down. But this time Piggy goes all out and hits 5 times the Arm Thrust, taking Crocodile down. Nice! Next is Liper, and this time I decide to change for Zen, which takes an Aerial Ace, but then I use Armor Arm to take it down. Last is B-Sharp, which of course it goes down with another Armor Arm, winning the fight. Next is Marshall, the fighting type specialist. It starts with Throw and I go with Red Monkey. I go for Yawn while we take a Bulldoze. Then I use 2 Acrobatics to take it down. Next is Sock, so I change for Piggy, which takes 2 Stone Edge. Then I use Flamethrower for more than half. Then Sock misses a Stone Edge, so another Flamethrower takes it down. Next is Conkeldurr. I go for Flamethrower to make more than half. Then we take an Armor Arm, which leaves Piggy on 7 HP, before another Flamethrower takes it down. Damn. Last Pokemon is Meowscarada, so I change for Wisp, and I use 4 Shadow Balls after Marshall heals to take it down and win the fight. Okay, now it's time to face N, and he has a legendary. That is scary. He starts with Zekrom while I go with Red Monkey. I go for Yawn while we take a Fusion Bolt for more than half. Then I change for Wisp to take another Fusion Bolt. Then Zekrom falls asleep and I change for Piggy. Then I take down Zekrom with 2 Bulldozes. Next is Caracosta, so I go for Bulldoze to make only half and to break its sturdy. Then we take a Waterfall for more than half. Then a Brick Break takes it down. Next is Klinklang. We take a Thunderbolt on 27 HP. Then another Brick Break takes it down. Next is Zoroark, so I change for Zen and take it down with a Brick Break. Next is Archeops, and in here I decide to let Zen go by a Stone Edge so I can have a free switch to Red Monkey. Of course Red Monkey is on low health, so it's only for Red Monkey to use Yawn before going down with another Stone Edge. Then I send Anteater, which also goes down with a single Stone Edge. But that was worth it, because now Archeops falls asleep, and now I can send Piggy to take it out with 2 Brick Breaks. Last is Vanillux, which misses a Blizzard. I wasn't expecting that it was fast, but fortunately missed, and then we can hit a Flamethrower to take it down and win the fight. But the threats are not finished yet, because now we have to fight against Ghetsis. It starts with Cofagriggers and I go with Red Monkey. Yes, it was on front, so I use Sunny Day all the time until Cofagriggers takes Red Monkey for a second time. Rest in peace once again, my little monkey. But now I can send Wisp, which was the Pokemon I wanted for Cofagriggers, and now the battle can really start. Which I use Shadow Ball to take down right away Cofagriggers. Next is Bofalant. I go for Will-O-Wisp first, then we take an Earthquake for more than half. I'm glad I used that Will-O-Wisp. Then here I change for Piggy to take it down with a Brick Break. Next is Seismitoad. I go for Work Up, and Seismitoad misses a Muddy Water. Nice. Since I'm fast, I can go for another Work Up, but then Seismitoad misses another Muddy Water. Wow. That way I can use a +2 Brick Break to take it down. Next is Hydreigon, and he uses Surf, which Piggy survives on 5 HP, then he can land another Brick Break to take it down. Electros is next, but we are faster and we can take it down with another Brick Break. Last is B-Sharp, and we still faster, so another Brick Break takes it down, winning the fight against Ghetsis and the main story, with only 3 Pokemon left. Wow, this was intense, but I'm glad we made it. But still we are not done yet. We still have to fight the champion Alder, but to do that, I still need to face the Elite Four. Again. And they have a new team. And they are more stronger now. So I need to find some new encounters. So let's go. So I go to the Giant Chasm to catch a Ditto, which is not a fire type. I know that. It's for a trade. I also managed to finally evolve Sunfly into Volcarona. Now it can be really useful. I go then to Abundant Shrine to catch a Vulpix. Welcome back to the team, Kitsune. Then I go to Route 16 to trade the Ditto for a Rotom. Then I take this Rotom to Route 9 to change it for Microwave form. And that way it gets the fire type as well. I use the Firestone that I got from Desert Resort to evolve Kitsune into a beautiful Ninetales. After I prepare my new team for battle, it's time to face the Elite Four again. And first is going to be Caitlyn again. And I use Wisp again against her. I took down Musharna with Shadow Ball. Metagross comes next, so I use Sunny Day, then a Flame Burst to take it down. I took down Reunicles and Sigilyph with Shadow Ball. I took down the Bell with another Flame Burst, and then Gothitelle with Shadow Ball to win the fight. Next is Chantal, so I go with Rotom first. I took down her Corphagrigus with 2 Shadow Balls. Next is Golurk, which also goes down with 2 Shadow Balls. Next is Chalicent, so in here I use Volt Switch to make damage and to change for Wisp. Then I take down Chalicent with Shadow Ball. Next is Frozlass, which goes down with a Flame Burst. Next is Drifloon, which goes down with Shadow Ball. And next is Mirror Match with her own Chandelure, which also goes down with a Shadow Ball, winning the fight. Next is Grimsley. He starts with Sharpedo and I go with Piggy. We take a Waterfall, then a Brick Break takes it down. Next is Crocodile, so I change for Rotom, predicting an Earthquake, and I was right. Then I change for Sunfly, which takes a Smackdown for more than half. Then I use Bug Buzz to take down Crocodile. Next is Crafty, so I change for Wisp to take a Head Smash. Then I change for Kitsune, which avoids another one. Then I use Flamethrower to take it down. Next is Liper, so I change back to Sunfly to take it down with a Bug Buzz. Next is B-Sharp and I use Heat Wave to take it down. Last is Drapion, so I change for Rotom, which takes 2 crunches. Then I use Volt Switch for more than half and change for Kitsune, which takes down Drapion with a Flamethrower to win the fight. Next is Marshall. He starts with Breloom and I go with Piggy. Then a Flamethrower takes it down. Next is Throw, so I change for Rotom, which is immune to Earthquake. Then I use Volt Switch to make some damage and to change for Wisp, which is immune to Superpower. Then I change for Rotom again to take a Grass Knot. Then I use Volt Switch again to bring Wisp back. Then I use Shadow Ball to take down Throw. Next is Sock. I go for Will-O-Wisp to break it sturdy, and we avoid Stone Edge. Then I go for Shadow Ball, which leaves it on the red. We take a Stone Edge, then Sock goes down with the burn. Next is Toxicroak, so I change for Piggy, which takes a Toxic. Then I use Earthquake to take it down after a Venoshock. Next is Conkeldurr, so I change for Wisp, which comes for free on Hammer Arm. Then I use Will-O-Wisp, and Conkeldurr misses a Stone Edge. I go for Sunny Day, Conkeldurr misses another Stone Edge, then a Flame Burst is enough to take it down. Last is Mienshao, which goes down with a single Flame Burst, winning the fight. So now it's time to face the champion Alder, and he starts with Excelgar, and I thought it was time for Sunfly to shine bright. Excelgar doesn't actually have a way to hurt us that much, so I decide to use 6 Quiver Dances. After that, I take down Excelgar with Heat Wave. Bouffalant goes down with a Bug Buzz, Escavalier goes down with a Heat Wave, in a mirror match with his own Volcarona, it goes down with 2 Bug Buzzes. Drowdigon goes down with a Bug Buzz, and last is Vanillux goes down with a Heat Wave, becoming the champion, winning the battle and the run. Wow, I can't believe that the postgame was more easier than the actual main story. What a ride, I love it! Although I don't really like to sacrifice my Pokemon, but we really didn't have a choice in that part. Rest in peace. And I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed playing it. If you did, put a like on that video and subscribe to my channel. That helps me a lot. Besides, Eevee will appreciate it. I hope I see you on the next video. Peace!